chicken.
Alrighty, hello chat, and welcome back to Games Done Blindfolded, our weekend special where it is all blindfolded runs. You just saw Super Mario 64 50-star completed by Bubsya. Absolutely fantastic run. Lots of ups and downs. It was really, really entertaining. And now we're continuing our Nintendo block. We've got, Pokemon, Super Mario 64, and now Nintendo World Championships. If you've never seen this game before, it is truly a Nintendo lover's paradise. We get to see so much of what makes, the company so historic, all of their games so interesting and fun. It is truly a celebration, and it will be really, really impressive to see blindfolded because this game is hard. It is for the Nintendo Master, and we have a Nintendo Master with us to complete it. So this is 70 levels blindfolded Nintendo World Championships by Blazing Phoenix. So let's go.
All right. I'm Blazing Phoenix, and a small correction, it's 78 levels.
Oh, 78, you're so right.
Yeah. The reason
I'm
for
Super
that
Mario
is
64 brained.
there's a total of 156 levels within like 13 sections or 13 NES games broken into sections, and my goal is to beat half of the total levels, which makes 78 levels, starting with the Kirby levels, and then ending it at the very top left with the very first Mario level. And then with me, I have two other commentators if they would like to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm DylCat. I've been running this game pretty much since it released. I usually grind the individual levels, but I'm very excited for this run. Blazing's gonna kill it. I've been looking forward to this run as well.
Yes. Hello, my name is EpicCrossover. I had shown off this game at GDQ last year, and it was absolute blast to do that, but doing half the levels blindfolded, it's definitely going to require a lot of precision, and I'm very excited to see how Phoenix does, and hopefully we'll be ready to go very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whenever y'all are ready, let's get into it.
All right. Are you two ready?
Yeah, I am.
Alrighty. I guess I'll start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. So, I guess important things to note. So, like Phoenix said, the reason we're doing 78 levels, blindfold specifically 78, is there's 156 total, and he basically chose the fastest and most viable levels to complete blindfolded. So, some levels in this game are very, very hard to do blindfolded. Some are very, very easy to do blindfolded. Like, we're starting off with Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's Adventure, in my opinion, is probably the most technical game out of all of them. A lot of cool movement, a lot of flying, a lot of little small sound cues that can help you out. We're starting off with Ship Shape. Basically, we're just going to try to complete this section of the level. And he's using a lot of sound cues, obviously can't see, and yeah, pretty much it. Like, we get hit by an enemy there, we'll know where we are. He's going to fly it for a bit, using the sound cues. He's going to land on the star right here. Okay. Oh, he's restarting. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing to note is that whenever Phoenix probably messes up a little bit of a sound cue here, this is definitely one of those more technical ones at the very beginning is doing Kirby. So this requires probably a lot more resets than the other ones, other games that we'll see in the package of 13 classic NES games. So as long as he can manage to time it right here, then okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
And now we're doing Wheels Down. I guess another thing to mention is there's a lot of menuing, obviously, and if you miss menu, it can be really bad, but it's also really easy to know when you miss menu, because if you select the wrong challenge, you can usually tell immediately because the music will be different, or where you are in level might be different, so he'll know. But yeah, and then we have a pretty easy one we just did. All he had to do there was just press B and wheel, and then he got to the end of the door. And then now we're doing another, I feel like this one's a lot harder to do. He's basically going to be inhaling the Meta Knights and spitting them out at each other. The route he does here is a bit safe, just to make sure he doesn't miss anything like that. And they usually spawn one by one when you inhale them. And there you go.
Basically just knowing the patterns of where they'll land and having it based off of memory for specifically this challenge and a few others as well.
The New Heights is one that is actually a lot easier than you might think. Even though we're going to the very top of the level and we have to avoid Krakow, basically a lot of it is just literally just gonna be holding up and pressing B a couple times. Like, if we press B, we pretty much get further away from him, but then we eventually lose our ability and just fly up. And we have full health, so we don't gotta worry about, like, dying. Yeah, just pretty much just hugging the side of the screen. I think this... Okay, yeah, he's fine. Yeah, Krakow at the end will fly to the top of the stage anyway, so you don't gotta worry about that part as well. And then Bonkers is a kind of an RNG, not really an RNG NIL, but there are ways to affect the pattern with certain movement. But basically he's gonna be spitting out like coconuts and using his hammer, and then you inhale the stars and basically spit it back at him. But he's basically hugging the side of the screen, getting the stars, and then yeah, he might have to restart. Okay, yeah. I'm guessing he messed up the pattern.
So you know there's in the bottom right corner there's a ZL and ZR, that's the quit button, but that takes you back to the actual like level selection screen. So there's a little thing known as the L and R button, which is a little bit of a different thing where he can just quick reset in case he ends up missing the pedal. So that's why you see the little bit of a quick reset here and there.
Yeah, it's very helpful than like actually going to the menu. And then this is a bit different compared to the other levels. We're basically just trying to get to the very end of this room, and all he's going to be doing is holding right, basically. And in this game with Kirby, you can literally just basically hug the top of the screen by flying if you really want to. It's slow, but it's also really safe. I think he might not know where he is, but he just needs to... Basically what he does is he gets to a certain part of the room, he just holds up, and then goes to the very right, and then walks a couple steps to the left to get into the door. Okay, he should know where he's at now. He gets up at the enemy, goes to the right, walks a couple steps left, and then gets to the door. This one, I'm interested in seeing how this goes. You have to inhale these enemies, and then spit them out like that. Wait for a bomb to drop, and then spit it back out, and there you go.
That was really good.
Ooh, it's super clean.
Yeah. That's actually really hard to do, like blindfolded and fast.
Yeah.
This is also like Coconut Rush. Basically, this one he's using the music cues and the sound cues to know exactly where he's at. But
also, he's just flying because usually what you do is you have a set pattern of like where to go. But Phoenix before this run literally just said, "I'm just gonna fly over." So to make sure it's completely safe, and also enemies could be a little problematic. Ooh, my goodness, this really
one's mean. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
all right, now we're gonna be flying up a waterfall and then dropping down to a door. Again, he can pretty much just hug the wall, go down here, press left, and then just one step to the left or right. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Cool. All right, and this
We're not
is gonna be
doing all
the
levels, by the way, in Kirby. Just gonna point that out real quick as we do this very easy S rank here.
That one.
Copy. It's very simple. Nothing too.
Yeah, this is just exit stage right, but shortened a lot. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kirby's done almost. This is the last challenge,
Yeah,
which
so
is
we're not
also
doing
very easy.
Yeah, we're not doing all Kirby challenges. We're just doing like few that we actually can do. At least Phoenix can do very consistently blindfolded, especially in this one too.
Yeah. So now we're at Mario 2J. We're not going to be doing a lot of challenges here. We're only doing 3. But the 3 we are doing are pretty easy. Like this one, for example. We might see a world record right here if he does... Oh, never mind. Okay. You can, like, just hold right there and press A and get up time 143, but I don't blame him for that.
Well, what Phoenix does there is he does, like, a consistent strategy where he always gets 1.86, so...
Yeah, it's a lot better than just kind of winging it.
Smart rewind there.
He has to just hold right and jump. That's all he has to do there. But we're done with Super Mario Bros. 2J. Now we get into a very interesting level. Hopefully it gets good here.
Ooh, he almost got that. Yeah, so for this fight, for Zelda 2, when you jump and you spam down, you can actually do like kind of a quick kill on the enemy, and then...
And he got it. Very nice.
Yeah. Alright, and then this one is interesting because when you're walking, you really have no sound cues except the music, so he kind of just needs to like know where he's going. And the hard part is just getting to this room, which he gets into. And then all
what
he
he's
does
doing is counting the measures to make sure he knows when to like move up or like when to menu from like one spot to the next.
Yeah, it works. All right, and so this one's pretty interesting actually. So, Mazura, which is the name of this horse guy, he's gonna be walking left. Actually, you don't have to like really go up to his face and like stab him because he'll be approaching you either way. So what Phoenix is gonna do is just stay to the left and do like jump stabs and hit the head, and that way it'll kill him. It's not the fastest way of killing him, but it works for blindfolded especially.
Oh yeah, it's definitely consistent enough to where you can just it's always going straight towards you, and you just have a good path.
All right, and so here we have to collect a magic dart by stabbing down like that. There we go. Pretty self-explanatory.
Knowing when
this one
that is amazing.
All right, and then for beating the iron knuckle here, you have to basically, it's kind of weird how it works. So you can only like hit his head and also sometimes down, and you have to like, basically jump and do stabs. And this one,
you have to jump up and then stab for that one, and then this one is.
You might have to restart. Okay, there we go.
Definitely not happy with that one, but don't. The rest of it is not too bad as long as he doesn't die here.
Barely.
Nice.
On his last breath.
Yeah. All right, so goodbye Guma. It's kind of basically you have a lot of leeway on this one to hit Guma. Didn't get the quick kill though, but you can just stab Guma basically repeatedly, and
even if Guma jumps up there, Guma can always fall back down if you stay at there.
Kind of similar with this one, you just need to do crouch stabs. You can kill the Stalfos. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of these are very quick challenges that we just go like either defeat an enemy, we go to a certain location, and a few other ones as well. That... This one's just going to the left, right?
Yeah, you're just going to the left and getting the key and avoiding a couple things, but that's it. But he has he has full health. He is not going to die here.
So instead of going right, we're going left, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Left, right instructions are unclear.
Yep.
All right, so here's a pretty easy one that you think it's easy, but these bubbles.
I was gonna say, Blazing Phoenix is blindfolded. I don't know how easy anything is.
Yeah, the bubbles. Oh, okay. So the bubbles can give you like a damage boost, sort of. It like does slow you down a lot, or sometimes it can back boost you. One of the two. I think he should know where he's at. Okay, should be good. There you go.
Yay.
Also, what that game is doing there, that is the rewind system. So whenever like there's a rewind, whenever he loses a life or like messes up in like a certain other game, he just ends up rewinding him back a few seconds, which could help him out in this, but I don't know the full extent of it.
You know, the rewind feature sometimes does help you out, sometimes it doesn't, but it depends how far it sends you back. This is going to be the last Zelda 2 one we're doing.
Yeah, we had three simple ones. So we had three simple ones there, so we can move straight on to Super Mario Bros. 3, where it definitely ramps up.
Yeah, Mario 3 has a lot of pretty short and easy ones. First, we're going to be getting the mushroom, and we just hug this pipe because it will fall down eventually and come our way. And then now we have to get some coins. You can take this one pretty slow, but if you miss a coin, it's really detrimental. Like, you should be able to back this up. Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Nicely done.
You can get them all in one go, but it's like really hard, especially blindfolded. And then now we're gonna be getting the super leaf. It's just in an item box right here. If he hits it, he'll know where it's at. Just to get a bit more left. I really hope. Okay.
Okay, good. Sometimes you just have to hope and pray that you actually get the achievement for it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. If you for that one, the reason the chest spawned to the right, if you go left way too early, it'll spawn over there. So he's trying to get spawn to the left. But now we get to go to the pipe. That's it.
Yeah, that's all we have to do in the pipe, and then a few other ones of these are very simple, normal, but blindfolded just requires you to do the exact same setup, and it's usually consistent every time.
All right. So now the next 3 levels we're going to be doing are basically boss fights, kind of. We're gonna be trying to time our jumps to get a perfect hit on Kaboo Boom. Oh, this, I think he's gonna have to restart. He's not gonna know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do like a quick kill kind of, where immediately after getting back up or getting hit, he's gonna hit him again. Like there, jump again, and then yeah. There
Nice.
And then you grab that, and you're done.
Even with the mishap there, still got it, which was nice.
Alright, and so now we're at the 2 balloon fights we're gonna be doing. Again, they're pretty much just walking towards you, so you don't really have to like do the work yourself. Ooh, okay.
Should be fine. Ooh, wait.
Not anymore. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Wow, great
just barely.
backup.
Grabbing the wand. There we go. Alright, so
Yeah,
now
the
we're
one
moving in-
grab spawns in the middle, but like since you're like on the other side of the screen, it's a little tricky, especially with this stage too, because it's the other boss we're doing. Making sure you're actually like grabbing the wand at the very end, because that's how the time is for the level.
Okay, cool.
We got it very consistently there, so that's pretty good. Now we're moving
Very
on to
impressive.
balloon fight.
Oh, well, you can't really do a
remembers
lot of
balloon
levels in
fight?
balloon fight. Balloon fight is very hard to do some of the levels blindfold. That's why we're doing only 3. 3 are actually realistic. The others are not as realistic because you move everywhere. It's very sensitive and it's also kind of hard to master. But these 3 we're going to be doing are pretty they're not even easy to do blindfolded, but they're just the most simple ones out of everything else.
Yeah, they are the most
Like-
simple ones to do.
Like here, for example, we're going to be like having to get 3 balloons and making sure not to get electrocuted, like that.
Nicely done.
And that's it. That's just. And if you think that was short, Ice Climbers is only 2 levels. We're basically gonna be going to the 5th floor, making sure not to get hit by an enemy or get down. Also, I should mention that Ice Climbers has like very evil collision. Sometimes you will just
Oh my gosh, yeah.
block
This game,
like that. Like why
Oh,
would
just
you, why
like
would you pull through that?
What?
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
Ice Climber is just a game in the collection that exists, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, now we're going to the 2nd floor, and hopefully the same thing doesn't happen. Okay,
And there we go. That's
And now Excite Bike. So one thing about it, you might think Excite Bike's really hard to do blindfolded, and it is, but something I should mention is there is a thing in Excite Bike you can do called overheating, where if your temperature goes like into the full red because you use the turbo too much, it will actually send you back a couple of seconds, like with the whole rewind feature we mentioned.
it. Basically triggers a rewind. It also applies if you end up messing up a jump as well.
So
I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. So
yeah, in theory, what he could just do is, which he's not gonna do, but if you are like afraid of like overheating, it will send you back a couple seconds. You can just basically just like manage your temp pretty easily. And also, we're being very safe on these landings as well. Like if you just land your bike, just like surface the ground, you will not like tumble over or anything. Like if
That's
you
a
were
really
to do
good
like,
time.
yeah, if you were to like basically go for like wheelies or like any like other tricks that involve like a flick back, he would like definitely crash out. But we do take it very safe. We just gotta make sure like that. You just want to make sure your bike's parallel to the ground and you will not tumble over. Yeah, that's why we're only doing a couple here, because the other ones will take a very, very long time. Because, like I said, we're taking it very safe, and you actually lose a lot of time just from doing it safe. So we're only doing these first 3 levels.
yeah, just in case Phoenix gets stuck here, you're just gonna have to quick reset just to make sure that the setup is right every time. In case ends up messing up, like even it's like a small component here and there.
Cat, please do not bike while blindfolded in real life.
Yeah, don't.
It looks easy because Blazing Phoenix is doing it, but don't do it.
Alright, so now Mario 2, we're only doing 3 levels, but they're also very easy. And basically, we're going to be falling down here and then going to the door. And the screen wraps around, actually, so you don't got to worry about backtracking. This one,
Actually useful.
you hold B for 1 second, let go of B, and press it. Or you can just spam B, but that's also, ideal.
Yes.
And then here we're going to be grabbing a turnip, which is actually a potion that leads to a door, where you then grab a mushroom, and then you grab it. And that's actually the only things you do in Mario 2. So yeah.
Yep.
Chris is also an interesting one. The controls in this one are very weird in my opinion. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you play Chris, you probably know what I'm talking about. Your controls are kind of like delayed in a way, but also not really. I mean, that's just kind of the game is. But yeah, we're basically here. We're gonna be doing a couple challenges. We're only gonna be doing like a grand total of 5, but that's pretty much like around what we've been doing. For this one, we're basically gonna be hitting jars, and he'll know where he's at based on what jar he hits. The only thing he can't do is hit the middle one like that, or it'll send you back. So he has to get this one and then not grab that.
He doesn't remember.
Knows.
I think that.
I think he missed one. Yeah,
he missed one and doesn't know. So I think he's gonna have to restart.
Let's see if he figures it out.
Ooh.
Almost.
Yeah.
He was very, very
Almost.
close to figuring that out.
Yeah, so doing these
the order.
levels, like in the way you get to like memorize a lot of these levels, because it's sometimes with memorization you just end up messing it up. But there we go. That was actually really good that time. Definitely made it up after the mishap here. This one's
a lot easier. You can just wait in here, wait for the meter to go up, and then you jump to the right and go to the door. That's all you have to do.
You have to wait 7 measures, I think, because it's 7 health bar things you need to grab. Also, this one, hello, Specnos.
Yeah, this is I don't like this level, but what you can do here is just stand on this platform, and they'll eventually come down.
As long as this last one.
He's just spamming B. Yeah, he's gonna have to go up there himself and get it. There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Typed.
Yep.
So now we're gonna be doing pretty much the same thing with killing the enemies. One thing about this is you don't want to get hit by this eggplant, or it'll reset you back a couple seconds.
Yeah, that also triggers a rewind. Very nicely done.
All right, and now we get to do Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Blindfolded is kind of a nightmare because there is RNG in this game. Those fire enemies you see there, they're RNG. They can go wherever they want, and they could probably, if they hit you, you might as well have to restart. It's really bad. Like here, I think he will be fine though, because all we're doing here is just getting these items, and you got to avoid the enemies.
But if he did other levels, there's some other levels that he definitely could just be get screwed over by RNG because of the patterns that those potaboos do. So.
But also, yeah, he's basically just. There's also some footsteps in this game as well, and also like you'll know when to climb the ladder, so it's actually pretty easy to maneuver. Fun fact: this was like a bit ago, but Phoenix became the first person to beat this game blindfolded ever after its release, which is it's kind of crazy. No one did it now, but he did manage to do it like a month ago or so. Became the first person to ever beat the game blindfolded, like original game. But yeah, now we're doing Metroid. This game also has like footsteps much like Donkey Kong, and we're also gonna be doing some very short challenges as well. Like for example, we're just gonna be killing 2 enemies here, like that.
Very nicely done.
And now the next couple levels we're gonna be doing are like the power grab missions, where you basically are entering a door and getting basically like an upgrade. Like here we're gonna be getting the bomb upgrade. We also have to shoot this this right here to get that.
That works.
That works. And for this one, you're basically just holding right the entire time to get the missile. The one thing that is detrimental though is like getting hit by an enemy and being stuck on a platform, but you have a lot of leeway, obviously.
Yeah, in some of these levels throughout this entire run, there's obviously enemies that can definitely mess you up, and also just making sure to know where to jump and where to land in specific areas is also just knowing when to jump, when to do a right like a jump or like a movement, and just knowing the pattern of how it's done. And this is really good here.
Yeah, he purposely waited at the beginning because it's very hard to do that with the guy shooting fire at you. So yeah, he took that pretty safe, but it works out. Now we're going to be doing Breakdown, where we place a bomb, and then we just fall down and stay to the right, like that. He needs to go a bit. Okay, yeah. Since we're at a lot of health, we don't got to worry about like, you know, dying, but there we go.
Yeah, it's specific levels. We don't have to worry about it too much, but it's still like a problem for specific levels, especially with Zelda as well, because this is where we see most of the levels in this run. We see quite a few specifically this one as well, because this one, the Wizrobes move around a lot.
That was beautiful.
But with consistent setups like that, you can get it done in basically no time flat.
Yeah, same with this one. We are just standing in one spot, and they will eventually come toward us in a way. Like, after we hit those two, this guy will come down here, and then we can do that. Okay, we're good.
All right, this one would be really cool if he gets it. We gotta make sure he can get it here, hopefully. Wow! Let's go!
Awesome. Okay, he got the quick kill. All right, so I do want to explain that a bit. Guma will close her eye basically a short bit after you start the level, like 2 seconds. So if he hadn't gotten that, he would have waited for Guma to open the eye up again, which would have taken like 5 seconds or something. So that was very impressive. Also impressive, pretty much just put the bomb in Dodongo's mouth and immediately just killed it. There we go. This is very good Zelda 1.
I mean, these things that like when not blindfolded are still very difficult to do. So doing that blindfolded in a consistent setup is still really cool to see.
Yeah. And now we're gonna be basically doing this one. He's actually gonna go to the very left here and just stand behind, and that will eventually kill. There we go.
Yeah, consistent enough to where it can be done basically every time.
All right. So now we're gonna be doing that with the keys, and then walking down to get the key, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we are actually doing a lot of Zelda 1 ones.
Yeah, because this is where Phoenix definitely has practiced a lot, is the Zelda levels, because most levels we do in this run is the Zelda ones, because he's had a bunch of practice with this, and I've definitely seen a lot of the setups here, especially this one here, where it's very consistent.
Yeah, that's hard. I swear that's hard. It's actually
it is very difficult, but he makes it seem so easy. And then this one is the only.
Hey, he might get a world record here, 788, because he can just buffer an input up here. Bang.
Let's go!
Yay!
Okay.
World record.
So now we're at Mario 1, the last game. We're only doing 5 challenges, but they're also very, very easy, because we can just grab a couple coins, and there we go. And now we're doing another one that involves getting coins. And since we're big Mario, we don't got to worry about like getting hit by these Goombas or like dying. We can actually just take invincibility frames, purposely wait, and take this very safe to hit the blocks to get coins. And there we go.
I'm gonna mention quick here that time's gonna end when much zoom is done, so I'm just gonna point that out real quick.
Yeah, and that will be in a couple challenges after this.
Yep.
Wow, so fast.
Yeah, for this one, just hold right and get to the flagpole, and there you go. This is also very similar to Run for Your Money, where just grabbing a couple coins in the underground. Very easy to overshoot your coin here, obviously. Like, he is taking it very safe just so he makes sure to grab all of them. Because you can run and jump and get them like in a straight shot, but for this you need to make sure to take it safe.
It's better to be consistent than to like always second guess yourself. Also, time going up here.
He'll be getting the mushroom, so timing ends when he gets the mushroom, which he will be doing after jumping over that. He's gonna wait for it to fall, and then time.
GG!
That was beautiful.
Well
round
done.
of applause for you, Phoenix. That was fantastic.
Yeah, 25. Nice.
Nice,
Dude.
25. That's really good.
Well done.
I was so
Live.
focused on everything else at that very first level. I got the headphone caught up and I completely forgot what I was supposed to do there.
Oh, so that's what happened with Ship Shape.
I never fail that level, and then it's like, oh, of course, when I'm live, I fail it like I don't know how many times. And then that whole Kirby level, I was so embarrassed. But after I got to Zelda 2, it was just back to normal.
Yeah.
No, it's so clean.
You did a lot.
They
They got the Deadeye quick kill. You got a lot of stuff. It was a really
Yeah, there were some things that I was really happy to see you got, especially that Deadeye kill, because that's I can't even do that consistently when I am seeing it myself. So it was really cool to see that blindfolded, and you did a really good job with that. So good run.
Yeah, last week I was doing well with it, and then this week I didn't get a single time during any of my run attempts. I'm like, dang, I'm not going to get it during the marathon. And then I nailed it, and I was like, yeah.
Yes.
Marathon luck positive.
Oh. I think that was my best Zelda 1 section that I've ever done, which is also good because today's the 40th anniversary for it. So I feel like that gave some luck
That
too.
is true.
Yeah, happy 40th, Zelda. That's awesome.
Well, any shout outs,
yeah.
Phoenix?
Yeah. Shout outs for all of y'all. Go for it.
I say shout outs to the blindfolded speedrunning community, shout outs to the NWC community, such as Epic and Dill, and also for the commentary that I didn't get to hear, but I'm sure was great. And I'd say also shout out to my wife and kids just for making my life better and for them supporting me all the way. Do you guys have shout outs?
Not off the top of my head, no. I mean, thank you all for watching. This is a very cool game to get into. I highly recommend it. I always tell people about this game. And
yeah, definitely check out Blazing Phoenix for a lot of cool blindfolded stuff.
Yeah,
seriously, he does a really cool job. And definitely check out NWC if you want to. We have a Discord. I'm trying to get back into some activity for the game, so I want to see if we can possibly get some new players, and hopefully we can break more of the limit, because we definitely had a lot of like surgeons over the past year or so. But I'm gonna try to get back in and try to lower some times in specific challenges. But there's 156. We showed half the game. There's still a lot to unpack in Nintendo World Championships. So thank you all so much. Any other thoughts, guys? I think I'm good.
Go follow Blazing Phoenix if you like blindfold content.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I've been doing a lot with NWC lately, but I've been doing other games as well. For NWC, I've done 126 levels blindfolded at least once. And I hope one day to do 100 levels in a single segment, but I was focused on 78 and got a 22.5-minute run yesterday, so I think I can finally move on from 78 levels.
Yeah.
Awesome.
GG's.
GG's.
But thank you guys for having me on today.
Yeah, and thank you for being here, all of y'all. Incredible run. That was so much fun to see all of the different strategies employed, and for a really classic game. Well, a new game with a lot of classics. Speaking of new games, we do have a game that's fairly new, still in my mind at least. And of course, if you're not a Nintendo fan, I don't really know why you're here, but if you aren't a Nintendo fan, you're more of a Sega person, well, we're gonna have some of that after the break with Sonic Frontiers. So you definitely do not want to miss that. Stick around through the break, and if you'd like to support us, you can do so with your Prime sub, subscription, and bits, and use that blindfolded velocity emote proudly. We'll see y'all in a few minutes.